So I get bridge.
Ba? So?
We are also recently, during these 3 years and 5 years, since Pro-Gambia is non-political, and we are not here for any political party, we are not here for any 5 years, we are not here for any 3 years, and we are not here for any 10 years, but we are here for only peace. Like they say, when the elephants are fighting, the grass suffers. So therefore, we target schools. Wasting much time, I will call on Mr. Demba EWCC, the Peace Conflict Resolutions and Program Manager of the Association, to come and delve into the matter. So I thank you all.
Thank you very much, the Honorable PR. To the principal of the school, Mr. Nyabale, his vice principal, the hardworking staff of Tahir Senior Secondary School, and the students, good morning to you all. We are on a nationwide tour on the campaign Zero Violence. We all know, it's an open secret, the current political atmosphere of this country. There is something underway. So we deem it fit and prudent as a civil society organization that is out for peace to engage the citizenry as far as peace is concerned. This is actually, it's also priceless. We equally met 3 years Jotna, that even if they are coming, they have a right to demonstrate. That's their constitutionally guaranteed right to go out December to remind the President of the Republic of the Gambia that you did tell us that you are going to be here for 3 years and it's time. But it has to be in the limits of the law. It must not breach the existing peace in the country. So as an association, our problem is not 5 years. Our problem is what? It's not 3 years. We only said let there be dialogue between the parties that are in the confrontation here, so that the peace and stability, we cannot imagine Gambians having to cross the borders again. We cannot imagine students having to be unable to complete their syllabus in the name of state of fear. So it's in light of this we are going ahead with such. So we have the belief, in fact, there is no problem in the Gambia. We have problem of dialogue. So in the meantime, as students, will advise you to calm down, because during such things, at times you get out and get yourself into certain things that you have no knowledge of. So we are saying every Gambian citizen has a right to demonstrate, but it has to be within the confines of the laws of the land. So please make peace with yourselves, make peace with your teachers, make peace with your parents, make peace with your fellow Gambians, so that we continue to live in peace and harmony. So on that note, I thank you very much for your kind attention.
So our association is here to promote peace and development. My predecessors have already talked to you much about our mission and the organization. So I'm just going to reinforce you with the reason for us to embrace non-violence. Our campaign today is Zero Violence in the Gambia. Mahatma Gandhi taught us that I object to violence because the good it appears to do is temporary, but the evil it does is permanent. What we could understand from his statement is what Sir Dawda Kairaba Jawara, the first president of the Republic of the Gambia, had taught us before he left this world. In 1965, the Gambia got its independence without any shed of blood. We got it peacefully, contrary to other African countries, just like Guinea-Bissau and most of the Lusophone countries. Most of them, they got their independence through violence. They snatched their independence. But for us, the Gambia, we negotiated our independence from the colonialists. We've agreed with them. We've given them solid reasons why they should give us our independence. After that, there was a referendum because we were independent, but we were still dependent to Her Majesty, the Queen of England. So we needed to transform our country to a greater freedom, asking for a republic. This is why we call ourselves the Republic of the Gambia. But to attain that also, it was another struggle. We did the referendum just after our independence in 1965. We did our referendum, and then the referendum, we were not successful in obtaining a republic because we needed a 2/3 of the votes in order to be given a republic. Unfortunately, we weren't successful in that referendum. There were people, masses, who came to President Jawara to ask him to get our republic by force, to put the constitution aside, to put the laws aside, and move towards a republic. Mr. Jawara, as wise as he was, told them that I won't go in for that because I don't want to see my fellow compatriots being killed. We have to negotiate. We have to negotiate, and we have to negotiate. So the Gambia, our ancestors were patient for the next 5 years. In 1970, when we went to the referendum again, we swept the polls, and then we were given our country. We have full independence, meaning we have a president at the top of the country to decide our fate. We no longer depend to our colonizers. So this is what explains the human rights and democracy that the Gambia have enjoyed during the Jawara regime, the 30 years Jawara regime from 1963 towards 1994. What comes in between? So this is why Mahatma Gandhi said that the good it does is temporary. If we consider our country with other countries like Guinea-Bissau, as we are speaking, there is no government there. They're always into turmoil. There is never a president who has completed his term in Guinea-Bissau except the current one who is there, and the current one, there is even a political turmoil. So they used violence in order to snatch their independence, but the subsequent things were not good at all. So the bad is permanent. For us, we negotiated our independence, so this is why we are still enjoying that peace. So this is why we are also inviting each and every one of you to embrace non-violence, to embrace dialogue. This is why we are here today. I don't want to waste much time because I know you have class, but I believe that this session also is part of the educational curriculum, which there are things that you cannot learn in class, but sometimes you would expect people to come to you, to talk to you more about what's going on in life. And I'm sure in the subsequent years of your studies, you will know how important our presence is here today. So I would like to stop here.
What is nationalism to us, and what is it for us to be called Gambians? We all understand that Gambia is a land of peace. This is what our forefathers have struggled and give it to our grandfathers. Our grandfathers continue with the struggle and give it to our fathers. Our fathers continue with the struggle and give us this particular peace. And now it is our collective responsibility to ensure that peace, we jealously safeguard it and also give it out to our sons and daughters. This is our collective responsibility. We know very well, it is an open secret that Gambia is faced with a situation where we are faced with the issue of the 3 and the 5 years. Pro-Gambia is not here to instigate violence in the mindsets of the young people. No. What we want you to understand is you, the young people, are the ones that are always the targets of violence in every country and in every society. If we learn from the incidents of the 2000 and April 10 and 11, from the revelation of the TRRC, we will get to understand that so many students today are working with walking sticks. Some are working with wheelchairs. Some have joined the silence wall. Why was that all possible? It was because of their involvement into protests that were not the right protests. So this we want you to understand. People will come to you when they are having demonstrations to say, come and be part of it. Come and be part of it. And anytime you are part of it, it means you have joined a wrong cause and you are committing a suicide. This is the message we've come to you. This is the message we want to deliver to you. We want you to understand that Gambia being a land of peace, it is necessary for all of us to work together, hands on decks, and ensure that this peace and stability of this nation is never compromised. If it is to the interest of the nation, we always say this, that Adama Barrow should resign, let him resign. If it is to the interest of the nation to maintain the peace and stability of this nation, for the people of the 3 years judgment to let it go, let them let it go. But we are not going to sit down and watch our younger brothers and sisters, our colleagues, your times to be wasted, your future to be drilled, for you to be put in a path that is going to jeopardize your future. We don't want to get back into that. Don't say because you are in Tahir, you are in Mansa Congo, what happens in Banjul, you have no business with it. No, that is going to be a wrong concept. One part of the nation that is affected, the whole nation is affected. If Banjul is in trouble, Tahir is in trouble. If Serekunda is in crisis, Tahir is in crisis. If the students in those schools are not going to school, it means you are not going to school. Brothers and sisters, Pro-Gambia, we are on this thought with the Zero Violence campaign. I don't want to prolong the discussion here anymore. The sun is a bit hot. But I want us to understand that we owe this peace to ourselves. We owe this peace to our nation. We owe this peace to our school. And also we owe this peace to the whole country. Let's be the agents of peace. Let's spread the message of peace across the borders. Let it be a bird. Let it fly. Let the message go viral. Let each and everyone get this message that peace is what we need today. Peace is what we need tomorrow. Peace is what we need forever in the Gambia. Let's not compromise the peace. We don't want you to be the people who are going to cross borders and run, be called refugees in other countries. We don't want that. And we don't want you to run and come back, others are dying on the way when they are running. We don't want that to happen in the country. No, we don't want that. Let's understand this. Gambia is in a fragile situation. The stability of this country is needed to be maintained. The stability of this nation is needed to be safeguarded. The stability of this nation is needed to be protected, not for me, not for you, but for our future generation. This is the message we come here for, and this is the message we want to leave with you. Tahir Senior Secondary School, be the ones that are going to spread the message across. The message is not a message of violence. The message is a message of peace. Go with it everywhere. Extend the message to your fathers. Extend the message to your mothers. Extend the message to everybody in the community. We don't need violence in the Gambia. What we need in the Gambia is peace, love, and unity. For the Gambia, our homeland, we strive and work and pray that all may live in unity, freedom, and peace indeed. Thank you very much.
They want to create a palatable future for our children, where people will think, will act, and behave within the framework of the concept of peace and tolerance. That is what Pro-Gambia does. This is not the first activity that they have, and this will not be the last activity that they are going to conduct as well. They have been here when it was not fine. They are here with us to make sure that it is always fine. What I want to remind you is the peace that we yearn for, we cannot have it if we are not ready to go for it. Someone will not come from outside to create peace for us. We are the one that should do that. This is our Gambia. This is our homeland. We don't have anything apart from the Gambia. So therefore, anything that may tamper with the peace that we have, we must frown at it. And I believe students of this school are people that recognize the principle of tolerance, the principle of peace, and the belief in dialogue.
Peace time, peace time, peace time, peace time, time for making peace, time for making peace, time to say I love you, time to say I forgive you, time to live as friends, time to live as friends. Happy are those who are makers of peace. Happy are those who forgive. Happy are those who know how to love. They are friends of God. They are friends of God. Happy are those who are makers of peace. Happy are those who forgive. Happy are those who know how to love. They are friends of God. They are friends of God.